Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys, and welcome to FYI. For your information, it is already the 20th day of October. Believe it or not, we are happy that you guys are here with us this morning. We regret we could not have been here with you last evening. Folks, we are in GT, where any number of things can happen any given day that knocks you off of the air from having a live show, as we said. These are the vicissitudes of having a live show in a country like that. Any number of things, any any time can go wrong. But we're happy that you guys are here with us last evening. You know, we couldn't be on. We tuned into Rick Ford and some other folks who were on late last evening. We're happy that you folks are here with us. Edward Rooms, Clear Alexis, Charmley Richmond. We see Maureen Williams. Deborah Pearson is here with us as well, folks. Camille Cox is here too. Good to see you, Camille. And we are boots on the ground as soon as we're done with the program today. Gotta get out there and see what else is happening, folks. We love to be in the outdoors. We don't know about you. We don't know about you. But don't lock us up and don't lock us away. Don't do it to us. We love to be out there, and seeing what's happening. Yeah. The weekend is upon us, folks. The weekend is upon us. It's Friday, believe it or not. As I said, the 20th day of October, the weekend is upon us, and we hope that as you go off into the weekend, you're gentle with yourselves. Folks, we can go left politics, We can go left politics. I know we sleep and live and breathe at those of you who are here with us all the time, the faithful ones, but don't let it consume you as well. Find some time for you this weekend, folks, and be gentle with yourselves. Please and thank you. We're honored that so many of you are joining the live this morning. Again, we apologize for last evening, but we're thankful that you guys are here with us now. I see Charles Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth is here. Brenda Moore is here. Aubrey Stevens is watching us. Good to have you with us, Aubrey. And folks like Ariel Abrams. We see you, Ariel. And Dorrit David. Dorrit is a little while since I see your name pop up. You were in a sabbatical, Dorrit. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the old age kicking in the thing. But good to see you, Dorrit. And all the other folks joining us this morning on the various social media networks. You're coming in with us, and our favorite place is YouTube. Ubex. Our favorite place is YouTube. And Deborah Pearson says, start the generator fund. Deborah, hold on. Let me see if I can do it from my end here. I want to pin Deborah's comment because it underscores part of the challenge, right, that we have. And I see Elizabeth Narayan. She come to hug me this morning. You see, she come to throw something in my chest. Elizabeth says that she's going to a place called Pretty Place in North Carolina this weekend. Carmen, Elizabeth. Carmen, please and thank you. Check my back. But I want to underscore what Deborah Pearson says about that generator fund. We are going to start it. We are going to start it, but we want to source a proper unit for us. Right? We want to source a proper... I never like buying one thing but 10, 15 times. Never. We buy a sturdy computer. We buy a sturdy camera, a sturdy drone, sturdy stuff. You see, that can last you 10, 15 years. Right? Not stuff you got to replace every other year. You got looking for a part, it breaking down and all of that. That's why we got to fix this whole country. That is why we got to fix it, folks. A lot of things to discuss, but I want to underscore that point that Deborah made. She says, hurry and start the generator fund. We put it on our Facebook page. Hurry and start. We're going to start it, Deborah. We are going to start it, right? But in the meantime, we want you all to help us to keep going, to keep growing, and keep moving forward. We are going to source it, right? We're going to source a proper one, and then we're going to let you guys know how you guys can pitch in. So we're going to start it, Deborah. So I'm very happy that Deborah raised that point because it's a reminder to us to keep looking, right? And if you guys know a proper one, hit us up on our WhatsApp. It's always 627-6963. You guys know a proper one, hit us up on our WhatsApp and let us know, 627-6963, and we'll know how to move forward. Please and thank you. We were going to know how to move forward. So as soon as we got it, folks, we're going to let you guys know, and we're going to share that information. We tied the black out to Deborah. We tied to Debs. Very much so. Please and thank you. But good morning to all of you who are joining us. It's coming on. It's beginning to look a lot. It's coming on to Christmas, folks. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And we again are happy and delighted that you wonderful folks are here with us this morning. I hope some of you got a chance to look at Biden's address to the nation, USA, last evening. Yeah, I had a lot to say about what's happening in Ukraine and what's happening in Israel, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and then Russia-Ukraine conflict as well. A lot happening on that front that we're looking at this morning. Good folks, a lot of other things we want to share with you as well. Your boy had a press conference yesterday, of course. Your boy had a press conference yesterday, of course. A lot to be said there, folks. You know, we look at it not so much and so much for the content value. You're going to find a lot of content there. But it's important to know how your enemy thinking. And we have to know how the political enemy is thinking in this country. And you get a chance to see how this country is being governed as well, and it's not good. It's not good at all. Looking at all the comments swooshing by, all that you wonderful folks are saying, it's not good how this country is being managed. But happy Friday to you folks. So we took a peek, folks, at that press conference yesterday and some of the issues and how they're being dealt with. Quite surprising. Isabella, Kyle, Fidelines, Sheena Hazel, Tracy Clark, watching your comments there, Anton Nichols. Folks, to say this country is being run like a cake shop, to say it is being run like a cake shop, is to speak ill of cake shops everywhere. They will give cake shops a good name. You know how we say it colloquially, folks? You know how we say it colloquially? You all know how we say it colloquially, folks? You run things like a cake shop. This press conference yesterday was something else. This issue of Troy Resources came up. We told you about it. Troy has left this country. 2.6 billion in debt. A whole company disappear overnight. A whole company pick up. And I ain't talking about Troy Fraser. Watching us. He's a proper Troy. So many bulging issues at Troy, Fraser says on the live. So many bulging issues. A whole country disappear. And they don't know where it's at. Them boys said they're looking. Serious matter. GGMC Guyana, Georgian Mines Commission alone is owed over $500 million. Over $500 million, folks. And in yesterday's press conference, here Mr. Jack Leo on the Troy issue. Take a look, take a listen.
Troy Resources has walked away owing Guyana over $2.6 billion in royalties. Does the government know its standing with other companies in the industry, and what is being done to ensure there isn't a repeat of this behavior?
As I said before, I would, on that Troy matter, we took charge of the area. That was the last time. I think you should submit. I told Vikram that the media should respond if they're writing in return. Can you please send these questions to me and let them respond in writing from the ministry? Because this issue on the gold sector, particularly this Troy issue, there are lots of details. We heard they have assets here in Georgetown. We're looking for those assets. The control of the area. And so they should really be dealing with those. Those are details that I don't want to get into. They're not policy issues. They're more policing issues, and the ministry should deal with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, clearly the policing policy ain't working a big God. Clearly the policing policy ain't working. Clearly the policy that governs this sector, this mining sector, under these boys is not working. A whole company, you heard the question there. I hope you heard the question, Chili G, Jolly Anderson. And you see how he plays with his hands and look down. You know when he's lying. 2.6 billion. Oh, it's not a policy matter. It's a policing matter. It's a Guyanese taxpayers matter. It's a Guyanese economic matter. And this fella who talks about everything under the sun, he's going to come out there for 2 hours and talk everything that happens at the PNC press conference. Oh, I don't want to deal with that 2.6 billion issue. You know, in the tech pay. Oh, that's a policing matter. You heard that? And he didn't say let Vikram Bharat have a press conference because they don't, you see, he don't trust them to keep abreast with the lion. So he will help them to respond, written responses, not a press conference, not let the Ministry of Natural Resources have a press conference. No. Send in your questions. Annette Cummins, send in your questions. Margaret Nelson. Margaret said Vikram is tossed on the bus. How many times we can toss him? Margaret, before it becomes fatal. How many times we can toss him? Margaret, Edward, Paulette, June, Annette, Elizabeth. 2.6 billion. A country disappears with overnight. And Jack just said, we're looking for them. We're looking for them. What are those balloons? Yes. Some balloons flying by. What the hell? 2.6 billion. And they're looking for Troy resources. And I don't know if Margaret's reading my notes the same way they're looking for Sue. Where is Sue, folks? My God, I give a coffee. Where is Sue? So I don't know how he's going to looking for a whole company. Wait. I heard there's some assets in Georgetown. You heard the flippancy there? A company has disappeared, owing the government 2.6 billion. It's not a policy issue. Write a question to the Minister of Natural Resources, and I've told them to respond. Hyacinth Skeet, Jacqueline, and that passes for good governance. That passes for transparency. That passes, regrettably, for accountability. Yolanda Thomas, just wow. I can't deal with it. It's not policy issue, it's a policing issue. So they don't deal with policing issue. Folks, if you missed it, just in case you missed it, we're talking about that 2.6 billion Troy scandal, a whole company, mining company, up and disappear from the oil producing republic. I thought they said everything booming in the mining sector, and you heard them say, "Oh, we have safeguarded the area." But if the area is so good and lucrative, why Troy gone? If the area is so good and lucrative, why has Troy disappeared? Why has Troy disappeared? Troy resources. Oh, we have secured the area. Securing husk. Folks, if you missed that exchange, the reporter asked a very important question. Here is that exchange again.
Troy Resources has walked away owing Guyana over 2.6 billion in royalties. Does the government know its standing with other companies in the industry, and what is being done to ensure there isn't a repeat of this behavior?
As I said before, I would, on that Troy matter, we took charge of the area. That was the last time. I think you should submit. I told Vikram that the media should respond if they're writing in return. Can you please send these questions to me and let them respond in writing from the ministry? Because this issue on the gold sector, particularly this Troy issue, There are lots of details. We heard they have assets here in Georgetown. We're looking for those assets. The control of the area, and so they should really be dealing with those. Those are details that I don't want to get into. They're not policy issues. They're more policing issues, and the ministry should deal with that.
Jack, you could lie. The fellow could lie. So barefaced. So barefaced. It's all lies. They know exactly. Like Sue, they know exactly where Troy Resources has gone. They know when they were leaving, and they know where they've gone to. So don't this cockamamie story, oh, it's police, this 2.6 billion. Write to them. I can help them to respond. I really want to talk about what happened in the PNC press conference. That's what I really want to talk about. What is happening in the PNCR's press conference? But on this 2.6 billion that the Guyanese people were defrauded of and hoodwinked, no, you write to the minister. Right? Then we can respond to you. Maureen says, no shame, lie, lie, lie. Annette Cummins, Dolly Anderson, Bossman, lie, lie, lie. That's the whole story. Yolanda Thomas, thanks for that contribution. Live on our YouTube channel when we are on, folks, in the comment section, there's a $sign, and Yolanda has utilized that $sign. Right? So thank you. Now it's time for the balloons. Congrats. They was getting balloons on. Do you have your balloons? Yolanda, thank you so much. Congratulations. I don't know what brings it. Folks, let's head into the deeper into the 592. Folks, if we carry on, you see, on this border issue here that we contending with, we mightn't got too much of a 592 Hollis charge left. We might just get the 5 minus the 92. So these are issues we got to take very, very seriously. There's a pageant coming up, folks, on the East Coast. A pageant on the East Coast. And we want to wish all the delegates well. A lot of beauties in this pageant. A lot of beauties in this East Coast pageant. And, you know, we like to see one way or the next our young people involved in positive endeavors. I hope this pageant got some good prizes. East Coast people, I hope this pageant got some positive prizes. I heard about the pageant in Linden. That one didn't end too well for some of the contestants. And we still got to do some reporting on that. Follow up a bit on that. Because they complained to us. I hope this is a better pageant. But those folks who are representing that pageant on the East Coast, we want to wish them well. There's a lot happening on this side, good folks. Trying to find my position in the news. Yeah. So this is the Miss East Coast Beauty Pageant. Right? Beauty, Miss East Coast Beauty with a mission. Beauty with a mission pageant. I like that. You ain't just beautiful, you got some brains, you got a little purpose, and you're going someplace. Right? And they said they have over 9 delegates, right, with an equal opportunity to win over $2 million in cash and prizes. And this goes down on November 4th, they say, at the Buxton Community Ground. The Buxton Community Ground, over $2 million in cash and prizes. We want to wish them well. We want to wish all of the folks who are going to be participating, the 9 beauties, the admin of the pageant and all of that, all the best in executing it. And let it be a pageant with a difference. Pageant, look, all right. You all know how this country stay. You all know how it stay. Yolanda, Right? Margaret wants to know what's up with the walking sun bather in Guyana. Who is the story you can put there? We saw the government meeting with the Bar Association on its legislative agenda. You better put choice resources high up on the legislative agenda and come and let the parliament know. You got a whole police force, a whole defense force. You got Soku going after the wrong set of people in this country. A whole company got up and left, owing the government 2.6 billion. None of them see, none of them know, and Soku still there, none the wiser. So put that high on the legislative agenda. Andrew Griffith says secret deals, corruption, and incompetence at its best in Guyana. Soku going after the wrong set of people. You remember the 2.4? The 4 million, the man who hit the roundabout, the fountain. Oh, they're going after him with all the resources of the state. But the big fish, or fishes, tilapia, catfish, you name them, they get to walk scotch-free. They get to walk scotch-free. Because it's not who you know. In this corrupt country of ours, Alicia Motilan, it's who know you. And things happening on all fronts. So they go out and talk about the legislative agenda. Well, if Parliament meets, and you see Naomi yet for the morning, did I call Naomi's name? Valletta Klein, I see you know. Anthony Jarvis, I see you. Seymour George. If Parliament meets, I love youth Parliament. I love it. We've got more youth Parliament than the actual Parliament. You must go on the Facebook page. Parliament Facebook page. And it's not Parliament of Ghana. They should name it Youth Parliament of Ghana. I love that we're empowering our young people. As a matter of fact, I came through Youth Parliament about 5 years ago. Came through Youth Parliament. And in that year, when I was part of that exercise, right? Wait for it. Best overall parliamentarian. Put in a pipe and smoke it. Some of y'all think I just wake up and run out here, you know, and I got the newspaper clipping to prove it. Randy Cole, how's my brother doing there in Georgia? Good morning, Randy. Randy, thanks for the thing. Folks, I don't know. Randy, could I tell them how you helped us? Randy, could I tell them? Give me the signal in the comment section. How you were a blessing to us? Could I tell them? Could I tell them? Margaret, could I tell them how your husband was a blessing to us as well? Well, you're always a blessing to us. Could I tell them how your husband was a blessing to us? Randy said, no, please don't. Modesty. All right, Randy. I will hold my hand and stay my tongue. I will hold my hand and stay my tongue. All right? We're going after the wrong people, too. We're going after the wrong people. I will show you how, if I can pull up in time. Let me see if I can get it. Give me a second, folks. I will show you how, I got the permission from Margaret to show you how her husband were a blessing to us. Because when we were in South Carolina, you know, we stopped in to see Margaret in the north. We stopped in at Margaret to see us in the north. And Margaret and praying, Margaret roll out her things. Margaret rolled out her things, folks. You know she's a girl, her things. Show her things. And I had a little shaky tripod in my hand, you know, like a selfie stick thingy. And Rio Nelson, he said you needed something better to stabilize your camera. For those, you know, you hold your camera in your hand, You're taking a shot, sometimes it's jerky. And Margaret's husband, the beautiful soul that he is, bought us this DJI, what do you call it? Osmo 6. It's a selfie stick with attitude. It's so smart, the only thing it doesn't do is make you a cup of coffee. But I think they can get there soon. It's a selfie stick with an attitude, and Rio Nelson contributed this in our program so that when we're out filming, the shots are not as jerky. Folks, I tell you, we try to do things here with a certain level of professionalism. And I want to thank Rio Nelson because I didn't have a chance until now. And this is the base of it, basically. And then it has this kind of stand you can screw in there. And I'll show you how it works. I'll show you how it works. So you screw it in there and you can put it to stand up. Hope the whole thing, I hope I don't do nothing wrong this morning. You'll forgive me if I do it right today. Trying to do it right. And so Rio gifted us this wonderful, beautiful piece of equipment here. I hope I charge it too. All right? Trying to get it at its best. And folks, I just want to say we are immensely grateful. Let me put it to stand up. At least I messed up the whole thing. Let me put it to stand up. You see, I didn't plan to do it, but as I saw Randy's name ticking by, and I remembered how Randy was so kind to us, because people see what we're trying to do here, and they just respond. You see, this is the morning. They're gonna take me to open. I don't want to fight it too much. Yeah, so there it is. It opens like that. You see that? And then you can stick your phone in there. I use it all the time now. You can stick your phone in there. Watch that. It's no beyond. You can stick your phone in there, and then it helps you to take this much smoother shots like that. And watch this. Mobile. It can extend. But the aim of it, of course, is to take much smoother shots than just holding your phone in your hands like that. And we have used it so many times since then. It is now waking up. And it has its own obia inside. And does all kinds of weird spins and, all kinds of stuff. So I really want to say thanks to Rio and Margaret for the kindness. And folks are often kind to us like that. And this thing really and truly has been a blessing to us. It has been a blessing to us. And if you rest it down like that, you put your phone in this thing here, you put on the face tracking feature, the camera just follows you wherever you're going like that. Obia. Obia things. So from an ordinary manual selfie stick, this one here, this high-tech one that spins on its own and tracks your face movements and connects with your phone and all kind of fancy. I want to go into the all of it. But as I saw Randy there, and I remembered how Randy was so good to us, right? As I remembered how Randy was so good to us, I said, let me stick that in there. Thanks, Margaret. Randy said, no, don't tell nobody. Right? But Margaret and her husband, right, gifted us that. And it has quite a price on it. Quite a price on it. They gifted us this. Thank you so much for you again. I didn't have a chance before to say thanks, and we use it all the time in the production of the videos that you see we put up. We gone and filmed someplace, something like that. We use it all. So thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Rio. It's working well. Thank you guys so much. That being said, let me go back to them boys. Let me go back to them boys, folks. I think we're taking Venezuela lightly. Right? And a lot of mixed messages. Right? A lot of mixed messages are being sent on Venezuela. They say we lie. They say the opposition over-exaggerating things. But then they're saying we write all at the same time. Folks told us, who live close to the border, Ring Bang and so on, what was happening there. Right? They told us what was happening there in Ittering Band. And folks felt it was rabble-rousing. But as we said here, the government said recently that there's a mobilization of the Venezuelans on the borders. For your homework, read today's Cyber News editorial. Or was it yesterday's? Read both. There's a mobilization. That's a statement the government put out, having called in the Venezuelan ambassador. There was a mobilization of soldiers and equipment. The Venezuelans told them that their aim is to curb illegal mining. Folks, Siobhan McCalman, when you catch a pacu, what you do? You just bust it back. You catch a pacu, you bust it back one time, butt-ups. Butt-ups and what-ups. Bust it back. Who vex? And every day they get in the back bus. We big, but we ain't stupid. It's a lot of mixed messages on this issue. And I'll show you how. In that press conference, we big head yesterday, the issue of the Venezuela border came up. And listen to him dancing all over the place. Troy Fraser said, you got to put in the salt. You got to put in the salt. How long for a leader like Forbes Burnham? When the Forbes start talking, them boys are at the border trembling, running back to Caracas. But the sense weakness here, the sense blood in the water. And so they can take advantage. Right? Bust the back and the packing salt inside. We haven't forgotten how Jack Rio in his presidency wanted to concede part of our territorial integrity to the Venezuelans. We have not forgotten that. The North remembers. In a Game of Thrones voice, the North remembers. So listen to some of what was said yesterday on this Venezuela issue. Listen, folks. You have to listen. I know some of y'all don't like Jack Rio featuring too much. And we don't like it either. We don't like it either. But we got to listen to what they're saying. Understand how they're thinking. And then you can label it foolishness, nonsense. Listen to what he said at the press conference yesterday.
Now the new boogie, the boogeyman rather, is the group of people who are here now, the Venezuelans, who are here, that somehow they're being registered across the country in large numbers and by the People's Progressive Party, and they will determine the outcome of the next elections. So, as of today, if you look at how many people are registered in this whole exercise from January 1 to now, it's in category A, it's about 8,698, and category B, 4,981, about 13,600 or so persons. Category B are those who are 14 years and above. And category A are those who can get on the list immediately. If you look at the regional breakdown, it mirrors the population density, the population of the region. So the largest are from region 4, 5,330 from region 4 of the 13,600. The next region, the next most populous region is region 3, 2,198, then region 6, 1,600 and something. And so we don't see any evidence of this here in the actual registrations that are taking place in the country. It's false. Ramjatan said something that was very strange, though. He said people who are known not to be Guyanese born, but born in Venezuela are registering. And I want to remind Ramjatan, because I think he himself has family who are born abroad and close family, that they would be eligible for Guyanese citizenship too. Because a lot of the Venezuelans, the people who we're calling Venezuelans, they're really Guyanese. Their parents migrated. They had to flee Guyana to Venezuela, to the islands, to Suriname, to the US. They fled this country in droves. And a lot of those people had children who were born in Venezuela, but by virtue of the Guyanese blood, they're eligible to have Guyanese citizenship, notwithstanding the fact that they are born in Venezuela. So this is a big issue now, the Venezuelans here. Now, clearly, the concern about people who come here and have no connection with Guyana, that there is a need at some point in time to repatriate them. When APNU was in government and we were in opposition, and they spoke about building settlements in Region 1 for people, we expressed a similar concern. But that concern, we said that, first of all, let me tell you what we said. We said that there are several categories of people who are coming from Venezuela. Those with Guyanese heritage, they're automatically eligible for entry and citizenship and staying here indefinitely. That indigenous people on both sides of the borders, they have been moving, they're migrants, and therefore that our policy, the Waraos, etc., to allow free movement of the people, because many times on the border, people move in the indigenous communities across borders. And then the third category are people who have no connection to Ghana, who come here as refugees, that at some point in time, they would have to be repatriated. But their pathway, they're not getting citizenship now. So their pathway to citizenship would be a long one. So clearly, that concern is a valid one. Now,
Clearly, the concern is a valid one. You know, I really and truly, my heart goes out to the reporters. I have to sit down and to endure that. You see? It's the lies, like the pages. He flipping through those pages, nothing there, you know. Flipping through those pages. There's nothing there. Nothing there, but he flipping. You see? It's one lie to the next. Flipping through the pages. Nothing there. Folks, the lies catch up with them, you know. Flipping through those pages, flipping through. The book open. And he looking for the lies, Margaret. Naomi, you come, girl. He looking for the lies. And you hear a whole host of things there. Oh, it's the number. Let's start with the numbers. But let me start here. Huh? I would believe any number coming out of Jack Deal. I would believe any number coming out of Jack Deal. Huh? I believe that. Any number coming out of Jack Deal. Oh, their figures with people who are being registered doesn't show anything extra based on the density of the regions. With Clarence Singh, anchored down at GCOM, I would believe a figure coming out of Jagdeo. With Vishnu Prasad at GCOM, I would believe anything coming out of Jagdeo. With Anil Giddings at GCOM, I would believe a figure coming out of Jagdeo. With Bishop Edgell, brother, friends, family, and favorite, as the General Registrar, dealing with births and deaths, registering that, I believe any figure coming out of Jagdeo. So we don't see any anomalies in the numbers. He didn't see no anomaly with the number at natural resources. When the 214 million US come down to 3 million, he didn't see nothing with that. Until the public raised the concern. They didn't see nothing wrong with the mobilization, the number of soldiers on the border at Itteringban and elsewhere. Until the Guyanese public like you saw an issue with it. They didn't see no problem with that. Troy Resources up and gone with $2.6 billion. He says it's a policing matter. There ain't got no policy issues there. I would believe any numbers coming out from Jagdeo. So let us start there. But he says, folks, the conservative estimates are that 35,000 Venezuelans have crossed the borders. 35,000. And those estimates go as high as 100,000 Venezuelan influx. Refugees. He said this is really Guyanese. Born to people with connections. The father might have been Guyanese, the mother. You got a connection. So you got to go. Yeah, you heard that. He said, and then the indigenous who live on the borders, we allow them to come and go, the Warraws and so on. We allow them to come and go. These are really, this 35,000 is really folks born to Guyanese parents. They got a connection. This is madness, folks. So they're not even got any policy issues correct. The 2.6 billion, that's not policy issue. Let the police run behind them for that little change. I deal with policy issues here. But he can't even get the policy issues right. You see why I say they give bottom house shop, corner shop, a bad name? Can't even get the policy issues right. And then for me, Maria Vera, Edward Brooms, Neon Harding, they done it for me was, we're going to repatriate them sometime in the future. Those with no connection. Sometime in the future, Maureen says senility. Sometime in the future, that's a policy. Is that a policy? Sometime in the future, man, after the done votes be back into government and so on. Sometime in the future, that's a policy. That's corruption, if you ask me. Daphne Aaron, Neville Sita, that's corruption. Sometime in the future, man. Sometime going down. That's madness. That is madness. Conservative figures say 100,000 Venezuelans could be with us. That's what we call a soft invasion. And then they're amassing artillery and personnel, military on the borders. On the borders. That's somewhat we're following. While all this happening, Troy Resources fleeing and so on. Them boys saying in various regions they're seeing a reduction in serious crimes. Maybe we ought to revisit the kinds of offenses that gets captured, that get captured. Offenses plural, I need to make sure my subject and my verb agree. The kind of offenses that get captured under this phrase, serious crimes. This is why you see the reduction. Folks, every day we show people being shot, robbed, rape, maim. We have to relook at the definition. What gets captured on the serious crime? And if you're on the ground, you know this is so. Joel, what? You know this is so. You know this is so. And as Randy Cole says, he's talking about policy and sometime in the future, we can repatriate them. Randy says the PAP lose the coming election, as they will, they can want policy changes. They can suddenly want to articulate a coherent policy on that matter. So we're watching them on serious crime. Mucka had other interesting news. They had a walk for breast cancer awareness. And I'm going to be walking on the 29th. You know, G20 takes the lead on this. Breast cancer awareness and so on. I'm going to walk for all the ladies. See? All the ladies in my family. All the ladies on the live. For men too. Because men get breast cancer as well. Right? For men too. We're going to walk to raise awareness. Reflect on how far we've come. Where we are currently. Breast cancer research and all of that. And how far we still left to go. And they're telling us that they've seen a decline in late-stage breast cancer. And this could be attributed in part to early detection, which is very key. That's why we say get tested. Get tested. Right? Get tested. I know the Alliance for Change, they're putting together a contingent, and we're going to walk and raise awareness. The Alliance for Change is turning 18 years as a political party this year. I'm so proud to be part of this political party, to be general secretary of the political party. 18 years as a party. And we're putting together a contingent, and we're going to be walking too. Because we believe that you need more awareness. Early detection, they say, is key. So ladies and gentlemen, early detection is key. And I want to say congrats to those folks in Mucka who put on this walk. Right? Put on this walk. And this was led by one police corporal, Troy Van Rossum. So big congrats, Troy. They still got some good folks in the police, you know, and Troy understands the assignment. As a policeman, as a community leader, and the villagers turned out and organized a cancer awareness fitness walk within the Mucka community on October 15th. And you see them there in the graphic releasing balloons. And as regards late-stage diagnosis of breast cancer, the report is that it is decreasing in Guyana. Well, any good news on this front, we accept. Any good news on this front. Are you going to be walking this year if you're in Guyana? Why don't you join our contingent and walk for breast cancer awareness? You know, hit me up on WhatsApp. I'll tell you how you can do that. Hit us up on WhatsApp. So any good news in this regard? Any good news in this regard? We can accept. Some other things we're looking at, good folks, before we let you guys go. Oh, we at the hour. Spare us a couple of minutes more before we run out. We've been tracking here the amount of people suddenly, you know, trafficking in narcotics, marijuana, ganja, cocaine. Seems to be an increase. Probably it's not serious crime. Probably this is petty crime. I don't know. And one man who was caught recently He told police that it was a little hustle. You know, he said it was a little hustle he was on. And folks, we've been following this. We've been following this. We see a lot of instances where women get caught with ganja and cocaine, they said, as a housewife, and things tough. I was trying to make something on the side. It's one of the things we've been following all the time. Just trying to make a little something on the side. And this is what Shamar Abrams told Magistrate Rondell Weaver. It's just a little fine hustle. A little slight something on the side. As he begged for mercy and leniency. They said Abrams was one of 3 occupants of a motor lorry traveling along the Agricola Road when police intercepted the vehicle and conducted a search, during which 4,000 grams of narcotics was discovered. Right? And which time Abrams told the officer, it's just a little hustle. 4,000 grams of narcotics. Just a little hustle, officer. Right? You can't do the time, don't do the crime. And bad economics, bad economy is no excuse. Even though it's brought on by the PVP and mismanagement. It's no excuse. You can't do the time, don't do the crime. Don't do it. Beatrice Selby, Eileen Norton Innes. Right? Is it happy birthday, Marjorie? Did I see? Is Marjorie celebrating a birthday? Who's celebrating birthdays today? Who's celebrating birthdays today? So that's what happened on the front day with Shamar Abrams. And we showed you guys that issue with the Bartica teacher, Bartica Secondary School. The Ministry of Education is reporting that that teacher has been sent on administrative leave. I don't know what could justify if he gets his job back. Maybe he's suited for some other thing. You have to have it. It used to be, you could tell, right, who's a teacher and who wasn't. You could tell. A teacher has a certain kind of temperament. And what we saw displayed there on social media is not it. And like we in learning, we're in an age where everybody got a cell phone. And this teacher, Morris, what's his name? Clearly, he can go from 0 to 60, quick. Clearly, he can go from 0 to 60 very fast. And so based on what we have seen, I don't know the circumstances in which those actions will be allowed and tolerated. I don't know which. And so he might be suited to some other professional, some other profession. Right? You've got to send people like Morris to the border. Right? So when them boys crank up on the other side, he can go from 0 to 60 real fast and tumble them upside down. So let me send Morris a black bullet along Coco. That kind of temperament is needed there. When you're dealing with an aggressive enemy, send Morris. They said Morris is Bardness' brother. Y'all know your label. Morris is Bardness' brother. It's true. Now that you mention it, they look like they got kind of little resemblance. Victoria Singh, Angie, Christian Burke, Lennox, they said Morris is Bardness' brother. I can see a kind of resemblance now. Right? Angie says, sure, the boy got girlfriend. Sorry for she. Kyle Bino says, Morris plug out on the people child. Almost turned the boy in the head. Morris plug out. We can plug him back now. It's nothing like some time with yourself to bring you to your senses. Nothing like some time with yourself to bring you to your senses. In addition to that, folks, before we let you go, they're telling us that, listen to your old boy, errand contractors, this is Nandalal, errand contractors to face legal proceedings for incomplete and substandard work on public projects, like the one in Block 22. Block 22. Residents there raised concerns about this project, a road project in Block 22 there in Linden, right? In Linden. Yolanda Thomas, this is your stomping ground, your backyard, Yolanda. And they said Edgel went up there, and it's alleged instead of meeting with residents, he said the project got go on. He got time with that. And in a reporting last evening, right on our main Facebook page with credible sources, put out a report where he's instructed senior policemen to stand guard, make sure the residents don't disrupt. So clearly in this government, the right hand don't know what the left hand doing. Beatrice Selby, Joyce Carter, Neville Cedar. Clearly in this country, right hand don't know what the left hand do. Errand contractors will face legal proceedings. When? When? Like the migrants, like the refugees, sometime in the future we can repatriate to them fines? When? When, AG? Give me something to work with, AG. Sometime in the future. And the shipping in guns now, folks. The shipping in guns. Tell us this barrel of guns and ammunition and ganja that was found at a shipping company locally. They're telling us that emanated in New York. That emanated in New York. The shipping in the guns now. Never dull moment. BL Abrigo shipping. Right? The manager was arrested, they say, on Wednesday. 9mm pistols and 11 pounds of cannabis sativa, ganja, side hustle, a small hustle. Only on the PPP, you consistently see this foolishness. It's a fine hustle. So the manager has been detained for questioning, and they said this originated, the shipment, guns, ammunition, and ganja, originated in New York. Stop it, New York. Stop sending y'all stuff here. Illegal stuff. Stop sending it here. The discovery was made following a routine check by a customs officer at Le Parc and Bond, located at the Chile Jagan International Airport. Kudos to him. Doing his job diligently, no doubt. Doing his job diligently. So kudos to him. Before we let you guys run off, touch quickly on some of what we're tracking regionally, folks. Share the like, smash that emoji button, partner with us as well. You remember the Haitian president, Jovenel Moïse, was assassinated? Folks, they made some arrests recently. Yeah, and I'm happy about that. Let justice be done in this man's honor. Let justice be done. Old president, men walk in the compound, shot him to death, and not one bodyguard was injured in that. Not one bodyguard fired a shot in his defense, nor were injured. The Haitian police just this week arrested former justice official Joseph Felix Badio in the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse. And another report out of the UN telling us that officials in the Haitian government supporting gangs who want to overthrow the state. But we know about government supporting gangs, black clothes squads and so on. Man got a whole advertisement in a daily newspaper. Say they're working with them. It's me they hire for do it. So we know all too well about this. Politicians, high government officials with a hand deep in the underworld. They gone dark. Their hand deep, folks. Deep, deep, deep in the underworld. So former justice official Joseph Felix Badio, he's one of those persons who's now under arrest, folks, in that. Yep. That's going to do it for us at this end this morning. That's going to do it for us at this end this morning, folks. I really want to thank you for spending this time with us. Yeah. And I'm sure he was justice official in the Moise government. Yep. You must pray for Haiti too. You must pray for Haiti as well, good folks. Watching the comments there, so many of you joining us live this morning, folks. Blessing our hearts. Naomi Drucker, we see you. Deborah Leach, final program for the week, final morning show for the week. Wayne Brown, Beryl Crawford, Out Front Potts is here as well. Karen Mohammed is here. Maureen Chichester is here. Dolly Ainsworth. Folks, whichever part of the world you ought to have a fantastic rest of the day. Don't take no prisoners with these boys. Don't do it. Don't take any prisoners. Please and thank you, folks. We encourage you. We prevail upon you to continue to support our program here. We thank you for your love, your support. We thank you for your generosity, folks. And you know, this is only how we keep going. Them boys would love to see us off the air. This is how we kept going. By your love, support, and your generosity. Revealed via Cash App, Zelle, and PayPal. MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union as well, folks. If you have a debit or credit card, shoot us, folks, a message on WhatsApp, 627-6963. We send you that link, secure link. Folks, if you try to use that link and you end up in problems, right, I give you the right to put it on Facebook and let people know. We're doing something wrong here. It's a secure link. And we don't tell you how much to support us with. No amount is too small. Definitely, none is too great. You see that last QR code here? That is the one you can scan. If you're tech savvy, I'll take you right to that page where you can contribute via your debit or credit card. Good, folks. That being said, you're heading into town today. You're looking for a justice of the peace. Commissioner to Oates and Affidavit. These are the expert folks. The team down there, the Alistair Collins firm on Lamaha Street, just before Waterloo Street, between the camp and Waterloo, the Caldian Mall on the ground floor, good folks. 649-6410, 649-6410, 685-6448, 685-6448. For all your documentation needs, these are the expert folks. That being said, Savannah Page, Kyle, and all the others, Karen and Jacqueline and Neville and all you fantastic, fine people. That's going to do it for us at this end. Stay safe. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Eula, Lafferman Rubens, and Ariel, and Walter Chandra Paul, and Neville, and all the other folks. Have a fantastic day.